Hmm.
Good morning. Hello. How are we? I'm back again. Yep, again. More of me. Hello, Diz. How you doing, mate? Oh, that's not the hottest coffee I've ever had, if we're being honest. But we'll roll with it. It's going to be a quick drink today. Yes. How's it going? I've just been doing some painting this morning, so we're a little bit delayed in starting, but I'm getting closer to my start times that I've suggested. Oh, yep. Go grab yourself one, Diz. We're going to get started very soon. Playing some 2 Point Hospital today. I need a bit of practice. So, yeah, I'm starting to fly through the DLC now, I hope. No, wall paint. Nothing extravagant, unfortunately. Right, okay, let's get straight into the gameplay. Why not? Hello? Are you detecting that I am playing? Yes, you are. Excellent. Right. All right. So, the Feel Good Foundation. Of course, you know, Dr. Feelgood. A little bit of Motley Crue in the morning. I've just finished Overgrowth, and I absolutely hated it. It was awful. Mainly because there were no actual buildings. It was like all open. And because in 2 Point Hospital and like 2 Point Campus, you can't actually make your own buildings. It was just this kind of hodgepodge of open space. And it took me ages to work out where you could actually build. But it was really interesting. It was like about unlocking plots by fulfilling certain objectives and stuff. So it was pretty cool. But I didn't like it. I don't like being able to build a building or have some sort of building there. So I'm hoping that the final level in the DLC, Topless Mountain, is actually a good one. And we have some building. But I'm going to do this on stream, and then I'm probably going to restart it so I can actually record a video. But I want to get a little bit of practice in, because these DLCs give you a little bit more challenge than the base game, even though that was pretty challenging in itself. So, let's go. Let's start. Inclement weather knocked the peaks off the top of this mountain, leaving a series of hard-to-reach, deeply mysterious places. We have a building! Yay! An actual building. Right, okay, so... Oh, it's wave-based. Right. Oh, dear. So, I guess we have a wave of patients to deal with. I wonder what we're going to get. This is interesting. So we can unlock more plots from the off, but let's have a quick look. I need to put in a reception. We'll stick our reception. I've done a load of new blueprints. So after we had our last stream, I decided to just finish off all of my blueprints. Some of them are still a little bit janky, and they're trying to sell things like this reception desk. So I'm just going to adjust a few things before I get started here. Oh no, these were all perfect. And now they're not. What a shame. Okay, what about the hot chocolate machine? I can fit that in, surely. Oh, these fit perfectly before, now they're not. Otherwise, there we go. Right, we got, no, it deletes that. Right, okay, let's see if we can. It's just too tight there. And that's too tight there. But that works. There we go. Right, we've done it. I'm going to very quickly then save this blueprint again. There we go. Right, we need to hire an assistant. Now, usually I like to train everything up, but as we're wave-based here, I'm going to just hire in people that I think would help me. We're going to need a GP's office. Yeah, pretty much. That's actually a helipad where our patients get dropped off. So, yeah. We'll stick that in. That works, and then we need to hire a GP. You're GP trained, and we can kind of use you in a multitude of things, so we'll drop you in. And we've got our first wave coming in. I'm just going to adjust some of my staff so we only have this guy working in those rooms that he's trained to work in. And our receptionist here, we're just going to make a couple of adjustments. So we're just going to have you work in reception and marketing. Then we know if we need to run a marketing assignment, we can put someone in that. But I very much doubt we'll need to do that. Hello, Glitz. How you doing? Right, okay. 6 days till our first wave. We better put down some benches or something here. We're going to go with the sophisticated bench. I do think it has a little bit more of a comfort rating than the other ones. Now, my benches for this are going to go kind of like in this formation that comes up here. Like that. And that should see them sitting down close to that and close to the GP's office. I will put a little one here and another one there. And then we're going to want to put some food and drink items in. So I'm going to keep it simple. We're going to go with a water cooler right there. And a sweet dispenser. And then we'll put in a couple of things like the amusing snack machine, which reduces their boredom. And the, where are we? Let's go with the luxury drinks machine, which increases their happiness. And then we want some entertainment. So let's put in a basic arcade machine. We'll put that kind of just on this side of the reception desk. And we can probably fit in a little leaflet stand on the end of the chairs there. And I'll put a coin drop in right there. And we can stick in a telephone next to the reception desk. Let's get a little bit of decoration in. Actually, let's have a look at the temperature first. It's hot, so we need aircon units. So I'm going to put a small one in here. I can probably fit one there under that. What about a large one? No. So we put a small one in. I don't think that's going to cover the whole room. So we might need to see if we can squeeze one in over here by the door. Nope, we can't. What about the ice sculpture? Does that actually... I don't think that's going to do much either. Let's just get rid of that a second. Can I just adjust where this small aircon unit is to try and cover as much of the room as possible? Kind of. It works a bit better. And then let's get our larger aircon units in over here. Another one there. One of them in the actual reception. Just fits in there, but then gets us a lot more coverage outside. Put one there, and we'll put one here. This will change as our hospital grows and we get a load more. Hello again, Diz. On a different account. And then we want some decorative stuff. Let's go with some rose bushes. Actually, just to make the life of our janitors easier, we'll put in a couple of... Oh, that's not very good, is it? What about... Surely we can just get some posters up If I just bring up my decorative tab here, there we go, that's a bit better. We'll put a few posters all the way around the walls here. Now, I don't usually do this when I'm doing a video. Everything kind of gets thrown in. So, you're getting a little bit more detail from me today. Because I've got the time to do it, and I'm not, like, rushing a level or something. Then we're going to put in some flowers or something. I'll stick a palm tree in right by the door. That gives us a nice bit of coverage. And we'll put another one there. And we can probably, if we're very savvy, put something else here, but we can leave that for now. And we're pretty set up, so we'll hit play. We don't know what we're going to get. It's probably going to be pharmacy based, so I will put in my pharmacy. And that does fit nicely there, but we need to move that palm tree. So I'll just move it so that it backs out onto the door of our GP's office. There we go. And then this aircon unit's obviously just going to move into the room itself. Like that. That medicine cabinet is apparently going to be sold. Ah, no, it's the gold certificate that's hiding behind it. By the looks of things. No, it's not. It's something else. We'll just let that get sold then. Ah, there's another poster. We'll just move this eye test one along. It won't fit in now. But if we go behind there, that works. Right, great. So our pharmacy does need a nurse, so we're going to hire a nurse. Is this still... Yep, it's still level 5 prestige. Our first wave has arrived. We need to get a cure rate of 55%, and we don't know yet what kind of patients we've got. I'm going to hire another assistant very quickly, just to help deal with that backlog that's going on there. And we will just make sure, again, they're only working in marketing or our reception room. Done. Excellent. Right, we need a pharmacist. We do have a qualified pharmacist there in Vladimir Blackweedle. Backweedle. Let's make sure that Vlad only works in the pharmacy as well. There we go. Cool. Right, so we're getting pretty well set up now. We've got receptionists, we've got this going on, and we've got our GP's office. What do we have? A ward. Right, we'll get them to wait, and then we'll build our ward. So far, fitting in quite nicely into the buildings. We just need to hire, hopefully... Oh, ward management. Perfect. Right, so Jane is only going to work in the ward and the fracture clinic. Do this as you hire. Make sure you set their roles up as quickly as possible. And we're also just going to make sure that this ward is only set up for treatment. And that's good. Right, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. We've got 10 patients here in this one that we need to cure. I wonder if it's worth just looking at some diagnosis-based nurses. There's one. So we can now build a general diagnosis. I'll just stick it on the end there, like that. And then we'll just grab this nurse here and make sure that they are only working in diagnosis-based rooms. Oop, not that one. That one, the cardiology and the fluid analysis. So if they just work in anything that's diagnosis-based, we can then hopefully train them up. I mean, if the level's going to allow us to train people up, that's the thing we've got to work out. Sandy Crack, which is treated in the pharmacy. We better hire a janitor. I'm going to take this one with maintenance and another one with mechanics. And then we need to put some bins in. We'll go recommended, because I believe the bins are coming in recommended. Yeah, we've got a big bin there. We'll put another one down by the vending machines, and probably another one here where there's a few litter hotspots probably going to crop up. Let's put a toilet in. So yeah, I've done all of my blueprints now. We're pretty fully stocked on our blueprints, so that's really good. We do need to stick in a few aircon units. So let's go to our temperature. Aircon. We can slap one right in the middle of there. The ward's a little bit trickier to work out. And I think I can just about fit a large one in the toilet there. And these areas here, we can just put some smaller ones right up the pathway and in the corners. And then hopefully we can fit one in around here somewhere. There we go. And can I get one in just here? No, doesn't look like it. That's okay, though. We have failed one. We're at 20% at the moment, so we're not doing amazingly well, but we're kind of okay. All right. My coffee's cold already. I don't know what's happened there. Oh, I don't have a ghost capture trained janitor. That's not good. Can I get another doctor trained in general practice? Yes. So we're going to bring them in because at some point our staff are going to want a break. So we're just going to make sure that this one is only working in general practice, the mega scanner, and I think that'll be it. Obviously, like I've already said, I would rather train these guys up myself, but as this is wave-based, I'm a little bit nervous about it, so we're just going to be a bit more tentative with things and stick with what we get. I don't know if we're going to be able to actually run a full training program, so it might well be that we just have to rely on the staff that we get. Maybe we could do some marketing or something. What do I want to do? I want to put in a staff room. It's such a shame that my staff room isn't a little bit bigger because it would fit perfectly there. We can put it there. Maybe here. I'll put it there for now. It's not ideal, but we can bring in the large aircon unit to just about fit in here somewhere, I'm sure. Nope, we can't. What else have we got down there? Those two. I think it was those two posters that are being sold. Drops us down to level 4. So let's very quickly edit that staff room and add those awards back in. Gold Star Award. We'll just sneak it in there to get us back up to Prestige level 5. Obviously, we've got this weird little corridor of nothingness, so I'll just leave that as it is for now. Maybe we could put like a vending machine or something in there just to block it off. Yeah, we'll stick an energy drinks machine right there. Nobody sees the forbidden corridor. I've never done that before. Maybe I'll start doing that a bit more often. We've still got a ghost floating around here, and a janitor trained in ghost capture is exactly what we need. The ghost apparently has vanished. We've got a janitor now who can sort that out though, so that's fine. And then we will hire someone to work in our drug mixer. Wave 1 seems to be done. And we have not completed it. We did get a curative... Oh no, have we? There's only one patient left. Where are they? It's you, isn't it? You've been cured, so that's good. Oh no, it's here in the drug mixer. Welcome back, Diz. And they have been cured. So we've completed wave 1. By the looks of things. I'm going to speed up. We've got a warning of some seismic activity. Seismic activity. Anyway, wave 1 complete. Next wave in 6 days. So we basically need to react to whatever we get in here. I think we're probably going to need to buy a new plot, so we'll get that one bought now. That just increases the size of this hospital building we've got here. And there's a few other plots dotted around quite close to us, so I'll get this one unlocked, and then we'll probably need to move the reception desk. We could put it on the corner there. Wave 2 is now starting. What do we get? This is going to be interesting. I assume the waves will become more difficult as we go on. But our bank balance isn't too bad at the moment. At least we know that we're getting a set amount of patients every time we have a wave. So that is good. I'm going to bring in Sylvia Funkel to become another receptionist. And again, this one is only going to work in reception. I don't know about Planet Coaster 2 yet, Diz. I would like to. But I've kind of fallen a little bit out of love with the series. Mainly, it's just, as a creator, it's so hard to remain competitive in that field when you're playing that game. A lot of support goes out to some really, really large creators. I don't want to slate it or anything, but it's a very, very difficult niche to be in right now. There are so many good creators out there for that game that are really putting in the miles and really have the longevity and the ability to churn out some really, really good videos. I am going to do a training room. I've got just about enough cash, so we'll put that in. And then I'm going to train that doctor that I've just brought in. Yeah, it's a difficult niche to be in. And I just don't have the time to... Yeah, there's some really, really good Planet Zoo creators out there who don't get a great deal of recognition. And again, from a business point of view, I totally understand it. You want the massive creators to be, you know, pulling in extra revenue for the game. So I totally understand that from a business point of view, that kind of needs to happen. But it makes it really difficult when you're a small creator and yeah, you just don't seem to get any traction. I've spent a lot of time on some really complex builds and seen them get like 50 views. And, you know, at the height of like my Planet Zoo creating stuff, I was churning out one video a week, but it literally took me a week to make that video and I couldn't do anything else. You do your speed build and then you have to record the commentary afterwards, and it takes quite a while, especially if you're kind of, with me, the way I edit those, I put the speed build sections in and then I have to pre-render that so my software is running smoothly while I do the recording of the voice and stuff. So yeah, just for one video it's such a long period of development, and I don't have the time, especially when I could focus on other stuff on the channel that would take me pretty much 10% of the time to create. So we've got a patient here who wants a psychiatry. We're going to pop our treatment-based psychiatrist's office in right there, and then again we're just going to edit this not that way. We're going to go to here and we are going to change it to a treatment only room. I do have a psychiatry trained doctor, but I am going to bring in another one to work solely in that psychiatry office. And this trainee that we are training in general practice, we're going to move into GP's offices only. And I have just about enough money to duplicate my GP's office again. Right, that's good. Let's get some more drinks machines in. I'm going to go with a luxury again and a amusing snack machine. Did that fit? No, it doesn't fit, but that's fine. We can stick it on the other side here, and then we want to put in some small benches, sophisticated benches just on the edge here.
Open your mouth and have a burp.
Yeah, it's also, you're in that fight with the yeah, so I've started doing that because I do get carried away when I'm playing games. Like I've thought I've been spending half an hour recording, and it turns out I've actually been recording for like a whole hour, and that's more work to cut down, or trying to find like a good point to stop and then just re-record. You'll notice that with the next Manalords video, actually it's split across two because I'd accidentally over-recorded. So at the moment we have cured 27% of our patients. That means we've cured every one of them so far. We've got 11 still in here out of the 15, so we're doing pretty well. Yeah, I get carried away with my recordings, and then suddenly, oh my god, I've recorded for over an hour, and it gets a bit difficult when you're trying to churn stuff out. But you know, I'm very privileged with the fact that I'm able to do it, and I'm very privileged with the fact that I have a very small following who are regular and dedicated and do come back, and that makes me feel very good. But you're constantly trying to keep up with the algorithm and other creators and stuff. It's a difficult journey, and I don't know if YouTube makes it any easier for small creators. There's a lot of debate over this, and I could spend hours talking about it, but I don't want to. I just do what I do, and I enjoy what I do. So we're going to put a few more palm trees in. Yeah, I really like hanging out. I wish I had more time to stream, but I don't. Which is why I'm quite glad that, you know, summer's here, so I am off. I don't have, you know, I've got that luxury of having a bit of time to create and and stream. So again, streams will probably stop. Yeah, I'm exactly the same. Like, I've got about 10 hours of footage recorded for this No Man's Sky thing, and I've underestimated how big a project it actually is to cut down those videos and then script it and then actually do the recording, because I'm playing a character in those videos, so it's a it's totally different niche for me. But I enjoy it. Like, I just enjoy doing loads of different things, and sometimes when I put a new video out there, it doesn't work, and you kind of want to give up on it and just delete it. And I have done that with a few things. Like, there's some series and stuff that have completely vanished from the channel because I just deleted them, because I had no intention of going back to them, and I wasn't enjoying them as much as I thought I was. But now, you know, ooh, that's a good nurse, Carrie. Excellent. Right, we'll have you just working in the ward for now. Yeah, I just give up on a few things. I don't like to leave stuff unfinished. So I prefer to keep them running and see if I come back to them. Like, 2 Point Hospital's been probably the longest running series on my channel that I've not yet finished. I've just got so much to do in it. But I'm happy. You know, some stuff doesn't work and I get rid of it. Sometimes I change the titles like you said there. Sometimes I change thumbnails and stuff. But yeah, I don't go over the top with stuff. I like what I do, and I just see what works. Sometimes I'll put a video out and it'll totally, you know, I'll lose a subscriber straight away because it'll just not be what they're looking for. But at the end of the day, I think with YouTube, especially if you become like a faced channel and you're doing the commentary regularly and all of that sort of stuff, your aim is that people come back for you, not the games and not the videos and stuff. They come back to hear you speak about games and talk about your passion and things. And that's kind of what I hope for from the channel. I mean, I've made a lot of connections and good people. 2 Point have been amazing. They've really kind of supported me by like helping me out, allowing me to post in their Discords when I'm streaming and stuff. And I think if you can get something like that on side, it does work out very, very well. And that's why I keep coming back to these games, but also because I love them. Like, I remember playing Theme Hospital when I was a kid on PlayStation or something, and I absolutely adored it. It was what it got me into this sort of game. But it's tough. Content creation is tough. It's tough to find out what you want to do. It's tough to find out what you're passionate about, what you don't get bored of. And I think that was the thing with Planet Zoo. I adore the game. I love it so much, and it's such a good game. But the amount of time it takes is draining. And I never wanted this to be draining for me, which is why I keep saying I'm going to try and bring it back, and I am when the time's right. Maybe tomorrow I'll stream a bit of Planet Zoo and see what happens, and see if I can do something that makes me feel good about it again and come back to it. But those videos take such a long time, man. Like, I've knocked out about 5 demo coverages in a day. They're all now edited and they're going to be uploaded today, and they're then going to get released over the next 5 weeks. And the amount of time it took me to do those videos, I've probably gotten halfway through a Planet Zoo one. So I'm trying to build up some video releases for when I go back to work, when the time gets a little bit more strained. Right, we're on wave 3 now, so that hasn't gone too badly. I guess we'll get another treatment room coming in, but I am a little worried about my finances so far. They're not looking pretty. And we've actually gone into debt. So, let's see how this wave does. See if we get a demand for a new room. Yeah, Glitz, I know exactly what you mean. And sometimes, not to insult the game's engine works against you. Like the pathing system, which they know is not great. They know they've had a lot of issues with that pathing system, and I'm hoping if right, I'm gonna make a pledge right now. In fact, I'm just gonna change to just chatting a second. Right. If that pathing system in Planet Coaster 2 is fixed and better and works a little bit like the Prehistoric Kingdom pathing system, I will play Planet Coaster 2 on the channel. If they can sort that out, I will do it, right? Also, some of those build pieces on the grid, which is supposed to be easy for you, if they make that snapping and make that all work a lot better, I will play Planet Coaster 2 on the channel. Alright? That's what I'll do. But those are my conditions. The pathing system needs to be fixed. I've already seen that it apparently is going to be fixed and it is going to be better, right? But what I like to do when I'm building is make simplistic buildings look really nice. So those snapping tools and stuff need to be a lot more intuitive and a lot more easy to build quick, right? That makes sense, surely. Because for me, with Planet Zoo, Planet Coaster, I like to make intricate builds simply. I've had buildings in Planet Zoo that I've thought were, when you have a vision for a building and you're trying to do it and it does not come off well at all. And it's because there are certain aspects of the game design that work against you. And I don't know what it is. Sometimes it's the axis when you're doing those little intricate piece movements. Sometimes it's something totally different. And you can spend hours troubleshooting what's gone wrong with this one piece in a building because it just won't sit flush. If they can fix that in Planet Coaster 2, I'm all in, right? That's my pledge to you right now. Okay, you can hold me to that one. I can't say the videos will come out regularly. I can't say it's going to take me like 10 minutes to make one. But that's what I'll do. Because I love them. I absolutely love them. They're immersive. The designing in them is great. And I love all of the build pieces that you can play around with. Planet Zoo to this day is one of my favorite games ever. And it will always be the case. Because you can go in and you can chill out and just play it for a few hours. And come back to it, have a little bit of a break, get back in, and then you're like, this is incredible. I love what I've built. I'm proud of what I've built. It took time, but we got there. That feeling's amazing. For someone who likes to play games where your creativity is kind of sparked. Yeah. So that's my condition for playing Planet Coaster 2 on the channel. Will they do a good job of it? I think they will. Will it be right for me? I don't know. That's one of the reasons I fell out of love with Planet Zoo. It got frustrating. It felt like it was a grind, and the enjoyment kind of dwindled a little bit. I've got notes for New Planet Zoo that have been kind of sat on my computer for ages, and I've not done anything with them because I just can't bring myself to open up the game and get back into it. Anyway, let's get back to... That's my rant over. We're going to go back over to 2 Point Hospital, where we are on our third wave in Topless Mountain. We've got some queues forming, but that's not too much of an issue. I think we may have gone a little bit over the top in terms of our hiring, and that's causing a little bit of an issue. We've managed to cure one patient, though. We're going to leave things running quite fast so we can get through this next wave. I'll probably get a demand for a new room. Oh, I don't feel bad, Diz. I just know a lot of my initial subscribers came from Planet Zoo. And that content shift can have an impact on your channel. The other thing, actually, was YouTube's algorithm has this really weird thing where if it's good, but it's also weird. So it's good in that it recognizes the content you are putting out there, and the more of that content you do, the more it will push you. I imagine you get this with your Fallout 4 videos, Diz. So we've got right, okay, we're just going to have them wait, and then I'm going to quickly build my pest control room, but I don't have enough money. So what I'm going to do is I am going to sell this GP's office. Yeah, so the more Fallout 4 videos you put out, the more Fallout, the more your videos will be pushed to people who watch Fallout 4 videos. It worked the same with Planet Zoo. So the more Planet Zoo videos I put out, the more my content was pushed to people who watch Planet Zoo videos. I'm going to sell my training room. It's not doing anything. Right. So if you then, for whatever reason, change the content that you create, you're effectively getting that video pushed out to people who may not necessarily be fans of that game. So, yeah, that's the thing. If you then decide that you want to become a variety gaming content creator, which is what I consider myself now, mainly like city builders and management style sims, I think you'd agree. I absolutely loved Chernobylite. It had like a bit of base building, but it was a first person shooter, and it was this like science fiction-y game set in Chernobyl, and the game is incredible. Like the rendering and the detail that they have gone into to recreate that real life location is sensational. If you haven't checked it out, I would thoroughly recommend it. I wanted to do a playthrough of that on the channel, and I think I got about 10 episodes in, and all it did was lose subscribers for me, or lose, it wasn't getting any views, but I absolutely loved the game. And I've not finished it now because I wanted to do it as a playthrough on the channel, and I never got to do that. So until like the algorithm starts kind of recognizing variety gaming channels and just pushes it out there into the general gaming sphere, it's really, really difficult if you have committed to a certain type of content and then you change that content. It becomes really hard to get traction on videos that aren't the videos that you regularly put out there. So I did nothing but Planet Zoo for a very long time, and when I changed, it hit me. But that's it. And just when you think you've got a bit of a sense of the algorithm, it changes. They're constantly changing and updating their algorithm, so you never know what's going to happen next. Like, I've had videos from months ago that have suddenly taken off, and I've not changed anything about them. Like, I think there's one Dave the Diver video at the moment that was like episode 5 of my playthrough, which I do need to pick back up again, and I'm going to be doing that this afternoon. But the 5th episode of a random playthrough has suddenly started getting a load more views, and it's very strange. And then you've got to think about, your thumbnails, click-through rates, and all of that, because as soon as your click-through rate drops, they stop pushing your video. Like, the first episode of Enzo went up yesterday, and I thought, this is great. I've got in there early doors, and what happened? The click-through rate has gone down below 1%, and suddenly it's not getting pushed anymore. It's so strange. But gaming is a really competitive niche. Like, during COVID, obviously, we saw a load of gaming channels pop up, a load of people streaming, a load of other stuff going on, and it just made that whole sphere incredibly competitive. Obviously, as a few people have gone back to work and COVID is kind of relatively over now, those people who were previously streaming have probably dropped off, simply because they don't have time to do that anymore. So those channels are kind of slowly dying. But yeah, gaming is such a competitive niche, especially anything that's build-based and all of that sort of stuff. It gets very, very difficult. And like, if you have like a video that goes out and then drops below a certain click-through rate, it pretty much kills it. But that's just life. That's just YouTube. It's the same with Twitch. Like, I'm not playing popular games here, so I'm very unlikely to get featured on Twitch. It was one of the reasons why I didn't really want to get into Twitch at first, but I thought we might as well give it a go and see what happens. We have now unlocked the correcting pool, which looks like a new room. Let's have a look at that. Oh yeah. Right, I'm guessing we're going to need to build one of these. We are at the end of the year, and we have completed wave 3. We're now on to wave 4. We're doing all right so far. Yeah, that's the same. It happens. I think one of the biggest killers is YouTube will push a video really, really heavily when it first goes out, and it will get you loads of impressions, which is great. But if those aren't then converted into views, it stops straight away. And I get it. They're about ads. They need to get that ad revenue in. but it's like they basically it's like getting a load of paint and throwing it at the wall to see what sticks, and anything that doesn't stick, they just ignore. Right, we need to build a correcting pool, so we're going to do that now. It's a nice 4x3. I'm going to do 4x4. We're going to leave this at a relatively low prestige rating, just to get it in. And I'll probably do a little blueprint for this at another time, but I imagine this is going to be our next big room. Do I have a doctor who's trained in treatment? Yes. So put that doctor in, and then we'll just make sure that they are only working in treatment rooms. That's fine, that's fine. Yeah, everything else is good. And then we just need to process these patients. So, we're looking alright. We're holding up pretty well. Now I think we're kind of at that phase where we are going to be able to start making a little bit of money. I do like that it's just waves of patients though, because what tends to happen in 2 Point Hospital is you will get popular and then you will suddenly be getting in a load of patients that you can't possibly keep on top of. Your queues spiral and the deaths start happening because you haven't processed those patients quick enough. And yeah, this is really nice, this Horde challenge. I'm loving it so far. We kind of just play the waiting game now. I do have enough to build another GP's office though, so I am going to do that just to get these patients processed a little bit quicker. And we do have a doctor already who can step in, so that room's just ready to go. Yeah, cool. Right, what else have we got? Staff training I'm not going to bother with. I don't know if training's a good idea here. My training room's really expensive, so you could probably get a cheaper one and train people up slowly. But right now, I think just pushing this is a much better idea. Let's upgrade our easy scan again, and we'll also upgrade the ultrasonic cannon. We can probably get that upgraded at some point, but we need to unlock the research tiers, so maybe after I complete this I need to go back to Mitten and give that another go just to get the research done. Cure rate is not too bad. We need to cure 55% to unlock the next wave. I don't know what happens if you fail a wave. I don't know if you just have to do it again or you will fail the level. That would be intense. If you fail one wave, you have to start the level all over again. That doesn't sound like a great a great time at all. But yeah, we're doing pretty well. There's actually a 2 Point Studios stream this afternoon, which, you know, worth checking out, because they'll probably be showing a little bit more of 2 Point Museum, I would imagine, which looks amazing. I'm very excited for that. That's the one game I'm looking forward to most this year, I think. This is actually pretty chill. Normally 2 Point Hospital's chaotic, so it can get a bit insane. More staff promotions. I'm not going to promote any staff right now. We're going to keep a hold of that, because if I get to a point where I'm able to promote my staff, I do want to train them. Might save that for when I get the 1-star done. We're going to send that patient for treatment. They're still waiting on a diagnosis. It's Screwball. Oh god, they've just got a pool ball on their head. I'm going to have a look at this actually. Once we get someone in there to treat them, I want to have a look at the animation for this, because it does not look comfortable. Oh god, it oh, okay. Wow. That was cool. Thermal comfort is 75%. This is an easy one, and that'll boost the happiness of our staff. Yeah, I'm hoping we get a little bit more of the Gamescom stuff from 2 Point as well. I think that'll be really good. I am really excited for that stream. I can't remember what time it is. Glitz, do you know what time the stream is? We've completed wave 4 though, so that's good. I think it's 2 PM, but I'll definitely be checking that out. I'm probably going to go until about 12 o'clock today, and then I'm going to get some lunch and crack on with some more editing and exporting and uploading. Yeah, the Horde mode's great. I do like this a lot. It's certainly better than the last level. If you are just joining us, we're playing 2 Point Hospital. We are playing the Pebbly Island DLC. and it is the last level of the DLC, Topless Mountain. Yeah, it does look a lot more playful than it already is, Diz. I think the idea of doing like expeditions and stuff is fantastic. I'm really looking forward to that. Like being able to send people out there to get new items and new stuff, I think is really cool. I've already seen like the aquatic stuff looks amazing, fish tanks and things like that. So cool. Very excited for it. And you know, like it's the first time we've had children in a 2-point game, which is pretty cool. I wasn't expecting anything like that, but again, like I said, I wasn't expecting a brand new game. I was expecting more DLC for 2-point Campus. So yeah, amazing stuff. Really good to see a new game from them. They deserve it. They're a great company. Like they are amazing. Like Gary Carr is an absolute titan of the industry. Like you can't say anything else about that. The stuff that he has done. Yeah, just amazing. He's been a big kind of like influence on the games that I play growing up, without even realizing, to be honest. Like, it was only when I started getting a little bit more involved with playing 2-point games and interacting with that community that I realized how many games Gary has been involved in that I've played and loved. So yeah, honestly, I'm hyped. Very hyped. But there's a lot of stuff to keep me busy while I'm waiting for that to come out. Manor Lords, I think I'm probably going to finish the series of Manor Lords, and then that might just take a little bit of a break. Because once you've done it, there's not really much else. Like once you complete whatever scenario you've got at the moment, because the game needs fleshing out a little bit more, there's not a great deal else to do after you've defeated the enemy lord or created this. I mean, I could design some towns and stuff, but I'm starting to integrate that a little bit into the playthrough anyway. So again, our target cure rate is 55%. We've got 30 patients, so we need to cure around about 18 of them. That's some very quick maths, so it's probably terrible. Just saying. I used to run a business and we were doing like a cash deposit at the bank and it all got added up and stuff. And I'd written an absolutely mental figure down. Like it just was not right at all. And when my business partner took the money to the bank, they looked at him like he was an idiot. And he was like, well, I didn't do it. So do excuse me if the maths is off in anything that I do, because I'm not the best. I don't teach maths, I teach drama, so you can leave that one out. Right, that's another GP, and I think we do need one. So again, we'll bring this GP in, and we will just have them working in the Megascan and the GP's office. I don't have a Megascan yet, but I probably will get one. Like, I imagine as these waves go up, woof. At the moment, we're on 30 patients. How many are in the final waves? What happens after we complete wave 10? What's the 2-star objectives? Are there more waves? Do we end up with like 150 patients or something in here? I don't know. This is why I really like 2-point. I haven't finished all of the DLC for this. There's so much more to do, and all of the DLCs have something a little bit different about them. We're going to send this patient for treatment. We don't have any new illnesses yet, so there's no... I think we might need to get that Megascan now, because I've got patients who are waiting to go for treatment, but they're not able to, you know, they're not fully diagnosed yet, and that could be a big risk. So, how much is my Megascan? 67,000, I think we can spare that. We'll stick our Megascan in down at the bottom here, and then we'll immediately get an upgrade for it. Now again, one of the issues you have with the treatment pathway in 2-point Hospital, if you don't know, your patients will go to your general practice. Then the GP will send them to one of many diagnosis rooms. After they've been to that diagnosis room, they go back to the GP's office. They then may go to another diagnosis room until they reach their diagnosis threshold. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to give this a go. This might backfire sensationally. So we're going to go to our overview, and we're going to go to our policy. The diagnosis threshold for treatment is currently 80%. I'm going to drop it down to 70. And that might mean that if we can get to 70% diagnosis from our GPs and like one diagnosis room, they will go straight for treatment. And that could really help us with our queue situation. Because as people go and they get like further along that diagnosis pathway, they have to keep going back to the GP to get sent to another appointment. Obviously, everywhere they go and every like step of the way in that treatment pathway, they will gain like more likelihood to be ready to be sent for treatment.
We have a winner for those
But you can
tickets.
get like,
Robbie
see over here, they've just got 9%.
Correct answer.
And now they're going to the mega scan
Semicolon's most
because they've
popular
just been back to a
song is
GP's office. They've got another someone else is going into the mega scan there.
Selby
They're about to
Before
get
Tuesday in
further
Crawford.
along, and if we just follow them, they might go back to a GP after this. In fact, what we're going to do is, when we get our first patient in for the next wave, we're going to do that. We're going to follow someone all the way along. So over here, they're now going straight there. They didn't actually go back to the GP's office that time, but that's probably because they've reached that threshold. Oh god, a DNA lab. Right, this isn't what I wanted to do. Do we have a doctor trained in DNA? No. Do I have any doctors on my staff who are trained? No. Don't have any DNA trained. Okay, we need a DNA lab. Now, anything in the DNA lab will surely lead to death because it is a horrific room with some of the most difficult to treat illnesses in the game. I need a doctor who can work in the DNA lab right now. We don't have one yet. We're just going to hold out, see if we can get one. This might not go to plan. This might start the spiral of deaths. But, I mean, luckily we have actually completed the objective so far, and we're about to complete that staff request as well. So, still nothing for DNA. I could do a marketing campaign, but again, that's more money to build a marketing room and then have our assistants work in marketing. So we'll just see if we can get a doctor in who's already trained, and that might save me a job. Ooh, okay. I can't actually build my training room yet, but Derek Hero, we could hire him and train him in DNA and then just have him as our DNA tech. We'll see. We've got 2 patients left on this wave anyway. We're not going to cure this DNA one, but we've hit our target, so that's not too bad. We're also running out of money while these 2 patients are waiting. Should I just send them home? Because unless I get a doctor in the next 4 days, he's going to die. I'm still spending money. Nope, right, okay, you can go. Off you go, Toby Curtains. And what are you waiting for? You're the same. We'll send you home as well. There we go, we can kick off the next wave. While I'm waiting though, I'm going to upgrade the Helixer because we want the DNA lab to give us the best possible chance of curing someone when we finally get a doctor who can work in it. When the next wave starts, I'm going to follow one patient so I can show you the treatment pathway and how it all works. And this is going to be good for me because I've never actually spent time following a patient around the hospital. I've got 1 patient remaining still, apparently. Where are they? Can't see him. I think they've left. They have left. We're waiting for wave 6 now. So it's taken us 2 years. We got a no death. Oh my god. That rarely happens. That rarely happens. Probably because I sent those last 2 patients home. Penelope Hero. Damn. Right, wave 6 is starting now. We have 35 patients coming in. So as soon as we get our first patient in, this one, Lola Cumberland, you're now queuing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep an eye on her. She's in queue position 10. We're going to bump her up to 1. And then I'm just going to keep an eye out. That is a level 2 surgeon. Right, so she's now going to go to the GP's office. She's queuing for the GP's office. She will then go in, see a GP. Her diagnosis is in progress. So from that, she gets a boost to her diagnosis, and we already know. So she will go straight to the pharmacy. What about this one? Actually, we'll have a look at this one here. Marcus Backweedle. That is going to be a difficult one. So Marcus will go in. Marcus needs to then go to the Mega Scan, because he's only 52% certain in his diagnosis. But once he's been to the Mega Scan, he will likely get even closer to that level that we need him to get to. It's not actually too bad. This looks like this is a chromotherapy patient. 69% certainty. So yeah, you can see the Mega Scan really does help. This one here, who is it? What's wrong with them? They are going straight to the pharmacy, so they're sorted. The Mega Scan is like a huge one to have, so as soon as you get that in... Oh, one achievement. Oh, really? I'm way short on my achievements at the moment. I need to really do some work on this. So there we go. You now need a chromotherapy. So we're going to have you wait. I don't have enough money for chromotherapy yet. How much is my chromotherapy? 27,000. I should be getting some money coming in soon though, so that's fine. Now, I've been asked to promote 3 staff members. I still don't have a doctor who can work in DNA. We've got money now, so we can build the chromotherapy. Where is it? There it is. Just fits in there. Now, I believe chromotherapy needs a nurse. It does. So we're going to hire a new nurse. This is a pretty decent one, actually. And again, we will have this nurse work in... I got that in just in time. We want the nurse to just work in treatment-based stuff. So that should get the chromotherapy done. Now, we still need to keep an eye out for a doctor who can work in our DNA lab. Ah, right. Oh, yes. Yeah, getting every award. What I would recommend to get that glitz is go back to level 1 with, like, on your career. And then put in all of your tricked out upgraded rooms, because on the first level you're only getting pharmacy and ward patients, and like just use everything you've done in the career mode so far to go back and repeat that level, and you should get that achievement very easily. I think that's probably the best way to do it. We're doing alright here. I'm going to upgrade my Mega Scanner. Oh, I can't afford it. Soon enough we'll be upgrading that. Yeah, it's the best way to do it. It's a bit cheesy, but it's probably the easiest way to get that one, because those illnesses on the first level are really easy to do. So if you just restart that first level, it should be a lot easier to get that achievement. I don't think I've got it either. I think I always miss out on something. It's because you've got to have research running, you've got to have training running all the way through, you've got to have like a rising star, and I think that means you need to have a new staff member who you are training and gets a lot of cures or something. I can't remember exactly what the criteria is for that one. You then need to win Hospital of the Year. On top of that, you've got to have no deaths. So, yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I might need to hire another janitor here, just to keep an eye on my Mega Scanner. So I'll bring in another 2 janitors, just to help us out here. Oh, brilliant. Ludwig, you can come in. Have I got a ghost capture train? There's a lot of ghosts flying around here. DNA, excellent. Nigella, fantastic. We'll bring you in. Now, Nigella is just going to work in DNA. Yeah, that's good. Cool. I think we might need another Mega Scan, because the queues there are getting out of control. But we have at least managed to hit our cure rate, so that's fine. This is a lot more peaceful than I was expecting if you ignore the 2 ghosts that are flying around there. Our janitors are just about getting things back under control. I think we've upgraded everything here now, apart from the colorizer. The auto queue, obviously, because I think we'd probably need to research upgrades for that if we don't already have them. And here, actually, once you get the initial kind of first wave out, your GP's officers are fine. They're done, basically. The Mega Scan does help a lot, so I think when I go back to record the video, I'm definitely going to need to be aware of the fact that I'm going to need one, potentially two of those, because if you see the queues here are getting a little bit out of control. We have run into debt though, but hopefully once we get these last 4 patients cured, we'll be out of it. And I could also do with bumping up my prices a little bit for the next wave, so let's just increase them by about 30%, see what happens there. Got 3 patients remaining, and they're going to like a combination of different rooms. You have had a bit of an accident there, but luckily that janitor's just walked straight by and ignored them to water some ivy. This one, yeah, there we go, we've swept that up, great. I've got a toilet over there. I haven't done the remixes yet. That's something that I'm going to do once I've done all the DLC. We'll see how that goes. Maybe we could do some remixes on stream sometime. Yeah, so we do lose a lot of money there, but it's fine. We can cope. We've got 2 patients remaining. That's 1 down. Where's our last one? Can I click on this number and it will take me? No, it doesn't. Where are they? Where's our final patient? Are they waiting in the DNA lab, or are they... Oh, no, I think it was that one who's leaving. We're not promoting... Oh, we could have promoted 3 staff. We've got a load ready. Yeah, tell me about the Remix hospitals, Glitz. What are they like? We do have some challenges here. What's the cure rate challenge? I was challenged 887 days ago by one of my friends. And again, here loads... Lots of challenges, but I didn't even know I had any. Well, that's fun. Go 90 days without a death. I think that's a good one to take now because we're waiting for a new wave to come in. So we've got a very unhappy staff member here, Maddie Squirm. We will just promote you. There we go, and you're fine. See, that's when it's good to... Oh. You were here. Maddie, you killed that patient deliberately. I've just promoted you. Maddie. Right, easy one here. Cure rate of 55%, so we need to do about 21 cures to win this one. We got 40 patients coming in. The hospital isn't covering its costs yet, but it will cover its costs. Don't you worry about that. This looks like cubism. Yep. So, where do we treat cubism? What room am I going to need to build now? I think it's the recovery room. 42,000 for my recovery room, and I don't think we've got space. So, this is tough. We need to build a new plot. There's one here across the road, I think. Is that a new plot? No, it's not. This one then. 60,000 for plot 2. 65. 50. 45 over there. Kind of want to keep it close though, so... We are in debt. This isn't good. I'm going to jack my prices up. Let's go. There we go. Right, now they're going to pay through the roof for everything, and we're going to make some serious cash. I think a lot of it is because we've only just started this wave, so we are no doubt going to... We'll go 7 patients with the DNA emergency. Let's do it. Okay. Here come the DNA patients. They go straight for treatment though, so it's fine. We'll have this plot unlocked in no time. Although it is October 20th, and I believe we're going to run into a little bit more debt before we get out of it. But we are starting to make some money from these waves. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm going to have to do these ones at some point. But yeah, I want to get all of the DLCs done first. Then I'm going to do the remixes. So we'll see how that goes. Injection room. Right, so we do need some money. I'm not going to take a loan out. We've just dropped a little bit further into debt there, but hopefully we'll be able to get these injection rooms put in. In fact, do I have a nurse who's trained in injection? We've got one here. So my first step then is going to be to hire a nurse to work in our injection room once we've got some money. Then, when we get a little bit more in, we're nearly there, we need to unlock our new plot. There we go. So we've got a nurse there ready to go into the injection room. I'm going to remove all of these. I've got quite a few nurses who are trained in that injection, so that shouldn't leave us at a shortage. Now we need to just cure a few more patients, get that done, then we can make our way out of this a little bit quicker. Jacking our prices up has really helped, so that's good. That keeps us in the red. In the black? Yeah, in the black, not in the red. We're going to go into the red now, though. If we watch, yep. But soon enough, and hopefully before that patient leaves... Oh, God, we don't have long, do we? So we've got to unlock the plot. There we go, done. Then, as soon as it's built, we'll get our injection room ready. And provided we have enough money to put it down, which is 23,000, we should be able to get it in. We've got 62 days left. Come on. Where's the door? We want to build this right next to the door. There's the door. Bang. Alright. That patient now has the injection room, so they can go and get that done. Woo! We just made it. But money's looking really good. We've got 21 patients left, and we have 43% of our cure rate done. So we only need to cure another like 4 patients or something, and then we are out of here and that wave's done. That DNA patient has gone very well. I'm very surprised at that because I thought that was not going to be good. What awards did we win this year? Obviously not a no death because I'm pretty sure somebody did die. Patient's Choice, Rising Star. Who's our Rising Star? Nigella Bungle. That'd be the new one that we brought in. And now this is a really good achievement. So what I like to do for little things like this is pop these in and then take them out straight away. Alright, we've done that. Then we'll just sell them. Because then we have a chance of getting that objective again. It's just a nice way to give your staff a little happiness boost. Done a lot of staff challenges there. That's actually really good. I'm going to leave those 2 aircon units right in the middle because why not? Big wave. Okay, mainly fracture ward. Sickness marketing in order to attract new interesting. Okay. I'm going to have to look into these, but they sound very challenging. Right, we've got about 50. I'm going to continue playing until I complete the 1-star objective because this has taken a substantial amount of time and I just need to kind of have an idea of what I'm going to do in terms of creating a video for this because this is an hour long so far. I know I spent a bit of time talking and just leaving things running, but yeah. Maybe I need to just work out the build phases, show the build phase, and then jump ahead until the wave is complete. But we're doing pretty well so far. At 65%. The cure rate is starting to fall a little bit, but we do have 8 patients left. Some of them are giving up, though. And that might be due to queues. It needs the toilet, so maybe we should put another toilet in. They're also getting bored, and I think that's simply because I don't have enough entertainment items in.
That's right. This is Sir Nigel Bickleworth here on 2.0.
And I think another mega scan is going to be absolutely necessary, so we will put that right there. And just make sure that I have a doctor who can work in it. That's a good one. So there we go, another doctor coming in. And we will have this doctor work in GPs and Megascan. So they do get a boost to diagnosis power as well. They've got good diagnosis skills, so we'll do that. And then I'm just going to grab this GP's office, duplicate it, and stick it down here. And we'll also hire this doctor, and you will work in the GPs and probably DNA lab. We'll leave them in the DNA lab as well, just to try and cope with any staff issues. Got a couple of like patients refusing to pay for treatment, but that's fine. We're making plenty of money now. The reputation's dropping a touch, but I think we're okay. What I can do is I can actually just reset my prices, and we'll leave them at 50% for now, just to see how we cope with any additional expenses. We've got 4 patients remaining. This one's about to go into the mega scan. You are going for treatment. 3 patients remaining. You're not happy. You've just been cured. That's good, but you refuse to pay. Unbelievable. Get the police onto them. Give them the illness back. How dare they? So, we're about to get wave 8. It's dark in here now, isn't it? Right, I better... Fact, I'll open a window. I'll open the blinds. Give me 1 second. Let there be light. I think. A little bit more anyway, but we'll see. I don't know how much light has now been let in, but right, we're on wave 8. So, wave 8, 45 patients, 55% cure rate still, which is great. We're managing the cure rate pretty well. Potentially need to sort out reception, so let's bring in a few more assistants. And I wonder if it's worth us duplicating this reception desk. We'll add in another one here. See if the other patients will go over there. I don't think they will. Oh yeah, they're coming over. Great. So we've now got 8 assistants, which means we're going to have 2 floating assistants wandering around. But that's fine. I kind of have enough for training again, so it might be worth us doing that. But right now, it's going to be about getting these patients through that initial diagnosis straight away. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 GP's officers. I think it might be worth us just dropping in another one. So you can see now that the residual rooms that I'm putting in, this is where things start to look a little bit messy. This is where the effort wanes a little bit and we just get these big open spaces with nothing really going on in them. Just going to do a refresh of the staff pool there. But we're kind of managing the queues okay. We're curing patients, that's a good thing. There's not a great deal else we can do. We just need to let it run. I could put in another pharmacy actually, so we'll do that. There we go. Staff promotion, not now. And the hope is that we get a staff member coming in. Oh god, that's a good one actually. No training. I'm going to bring in another janitor. And another one. And we will probably look to do a bit of training soon enough. I could do with another nurse actually. So we'll have this nurse just working in treatment-based stuff, including the injection room, but not the pharmacy. There we go. Doctors. I could do with another GP. There we have it. So this doctor is going to work in the mega scan and the GPs. I also need to take away a load of staff members from working in that correction pool. A clown clinic, sure thing. There we go. Clown clinic going in. Now we're going to upgrade that mega scan. I think we're good on upgrades over here. Oh, the colorizer might need another upgrade. Yes, it does. Helix is good. That is done as well. Alright. So having 2 reception desks has helped. We've got lots of cures coming in. We're at 40% out of 55. And I think this is going to be the end of Wave 8 for us. So once we hit that target cure rate, we can just let it run. Get some finances built, make a few adjustments and upgrades, and then we should be ready for Wave 9. We're at 44%. 47. This is not going too badly. I like this though. I like the wave-based stuff. I think it's a different challenge, but it makes the hospital a lot easier to manage. Like getting like hundreds and hundreds of patients in and having the queues get completely out of control is not great. But this is actually helping me see where things need to change and how I need to kind of adapt how I play the game, which will hopefully help me with a few other levels. There we go. That is now another toilet in there because I saw somebody needed one. And we can put down this sophisticated bench just to give them somewhere to sit. So these little changes that we can do while we've hit our cure rate though, so that target's done.
The electronic mail. The etiquette here is to write as one would a 19th century
Nice and easy.
This means
9 patients remaining.
2 or 3 weeks to reply,
And I think we might be in a good position to actually promote our staff now. So I'm just going to promote a few, because when you promote them, they do get boosts to their cure rates and stuff, so it's worth us doing that. I think what I used to do is just take in staff that had no training whatsoever and hope that they would come good, because it gave me control over the type of staff that I had. I think probably the best thing to do is to bring in some random staff members that are already trained just to get things started, and then have those staff members train new staff once I actually get the ability to do that. More of a long game though, definitely. And this should be my final promotion. There we go. Alright. We've got 4 patients left. They are kind of slowly making their way through the treatment pathway. I didn't have a patient for cubism there. It was something else. Now, this staff room is chock full, so I'm going to make a brand new one. Just slotting into there, and then my staff have somewhere else to go when they need a break. You ran away. Why? Your treatment failed. I think we should be clear now. Ready for another wave. There's someone in the DNA lab. They could be my last one. That worked. Great. These DNA lab doctors are doing very well. Normally they're absolutely shocking. We got someone in there. No. There's one patient left somewhere. Ah, is it you? You're done. Ah, ward. And they refuse to pay as well, the cheeky buggers. Pharmacy emergency. And a VIP. So the pharmacy emergency coming now in between waves is probably a good idea, because it does get us a little bit of money. 2 days to wave 9. And it's 50 patients with a target cure rate of 55%. I think we can safely say we're going to do this, so that's pretty good. Again, lots of queues coming up, but we should be okay. And I think we can probably leave it there, because my time is almost up. It's almost lunchtime. I was hoping to get a wave 10 done, but I think you can probably see that this is going to happen. So we're going to go over to our Just Chatting for one final sign-off. I don't know what I was saying there. Hello, I'm back. Yeah, I had fun. This was great. It was nice to play a bit of 2 Point Hospital. Nice to do a retro level for those of you who have completed all of the DLC. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with that. So thanks everyone for watching. This might actually be my last stream for a while, but we'll see how that goes. Yeah. Wait a minute. It is Friday. Is it Friday today? No, it's Thursday. I'll be streaming tomorrow for a little bit. We'll just see what happens with that. So I will see you guys tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to be at the usual time, but we will be coming back to play something different. I might go back to Moonglow Bay, or we might do a little bit of Endzone or something. I haven't yet decided. Oh, I did say Planet Zoo. Yeah, we're going to do Planet Zoo tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. So, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Signing off. Goodbye.